Welcome to another video from the Living Korea channel. Corona is still reigning supreme, and I'm heading down to the Shane English School because I've got some online meetings. I'm gonna hold an online meet and greet with our students just to see how they're doing and get them online and say hello, because we've been out of touch for 2 weeks and it seems like we're gonna be out of touch for 2 more weeks. So today I want to get the students online to say hello. But in the meantime, the situation in Korea is improving apparently in terms of the coronavirus. Fewer and fewer cases are being reported apparently every day. But I guess overall I have no idea. We'll see as the days progress. Oh, green light. The streets are still pretty empty. Granted, it's raining right now. People are wearing masks like 90% of the time. I like the rain, to be honest. Usually during hot summer days, particularly in the times when pollution is really bad, the rain kind of gives me the feeling of, you know, dirt being washed away. I'm not sure that's the case right now. I don't think any of the coronaviruses are being washed away, whether they're out in the air or not. And it feels kind of silly to wear a mask walking around where there's nobody around, right? Because the point of the mask is to protect yourself and protect others in case you have it when you're around people. But if there's nobody around, walking around wearing a mask is kind of silly, isn't it? Watching some YouTubers getting annoyed by the stuff that's being spread out on the internet. There's a lot of speculations, a lot of nonsense going on. People who make videos about the coronavirus as well as conspiracy theory type videos like to spread all kinds of rumors and like to clear the air and provide people with ideas. One YouTuber I was made aware of just recently, based out of Canada. That particular video, important or not, I'm not sure how important, how irrelevant or relevant it was. The YouTuber was talking about, she was mentioning some articles that were released by the WHO last year, sometime in December of 2019 or 2018, on how a particular establishment, I think the Johns Hopkins Hospital, was preparing for a possible outbreak of a pandemic, of a corona pandemic. And I guess the goal of that video was to piece together the attempts of a well-established institution like the Johns Hopkins Hospital to prepare themselves for the possible outbreak of a coronavirus, which is what happened exactly a year and a half later. And so I guess the goal of that was to establish the strangeness of the convenience and the proximity of these events having occurred as they did, right? And I don't know if I mean it's convenient for content creation because it creates a kind of mystery and it justifies the reason behind creating this video, which talks about the possibility of a conspiracy present. But I'm not sure if it's actually accurate or if it's validated by, if it should be validated in any way. So while I think it's important to report about what's going on with the virus and whatnot, I think it's also important to kind of stay focused on what may be a little bit out of, you know, of the left field or out to the left field or right field or whatever side, just out of bounds, I guess. But I think it goes without say that anybody who can will try to monetize on the situation. And you can see the best example with people who are trying to sell masks and sanitary devices, things to keep yourself clean, at inflated prices, right? Riding the wave of whatever it is that we're going through is one way of getting attention. And so people who create content will try to swim the wave as much as possible. Which is why I have about 5 videos titled Corona something. Entertainment is important, and that's what YouTube provides, entertainment. It's important to stay informed about the virus. There's a lot of things that we know, there's a lot more that we don't know about the virus, and listening to people talk about the possible scenarios and the possible conspiracy theories is one way of becoming entertained, which is great. I personally like to listen to these guys with a grain of salt. I much more prefer to listen to YouTubers like Dr. Mike, who is an actual physician, has a bit more understanding of how these things work and what's going on. Being able to point the fingers to an organization that is trying to control the world is completely insignificant. There are always small pockets of individuals who think they can fix the world by talking about it and pointing, to the conspiracies that are happening. There are talks about the 9/11, right? This and this happened. There was training done right before 9/11 occurred. And then it's very interesting that 9/11 occurred right after the training was done. All these things have been done online. And people talked about it. Conspiracy theories have been conducted and concocted and presented. And it led to nothing. And the scenario right now, the YouTuber that I watched, she uses the exact same formula to talk about the coronavirus. There's things that are happening, organizations that have planned, and there were things in motion that occurred, and then, conveniently enough, the coronavirus outbreak occurred. Are they linked? Yeah, I definitely think so. We can talk about it. Whether it's true or not is completely insignificant, and the small pockets of people who are labeled as conspiracy theorists, whether they are or not, is completely irrelevant, because these things are just there for entertainment, and they will remain so for the duration, for as long as they need to be, I guess. But in the end, the outcome will be the same. The coronavirus will pass, the conspiracies will remain in the past, and the forces that be will remain as they are. None of that will expose anything. None of that will change anything. The only thing that you, as a consumer of the news and the information that is being spread, can do is to stay safe and stay clean. Out of all the nonsense that you hear, out of all the entertainment that you gather, make sure that your hands are washed. Make sure that you don't kiss strangers on the middle of the street. Just stay safe, stay clean, and try to keep yourself away from unnecessary risk. Anyway, I'm waiting for my students to come online. It's the second day of having classes online. Well, not actual classes, just a meet and greet with our Shane students, just to say hello and see how they're doing. So they're coming online soon, I hope. 2:30. It's 2:22. Anywho, that is a short little update from the Living Korea channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that like button. Share the channel. It will help the channel enormously. Help us grow a little bit quicker. I would really appreciate that. Shoot me any questions or suggestions or comments if you have any. Place them below this video. And I hope to see you in the next video, whenever that comes about. See you later, alligator.